Hey y'all, I am Nisha, and this is my ASMR channel. And in today's video, we have another true crime, you guys. And today is Ronald Clark O'Bryan. Um, Yeah, this is day 23 of the Monster Mash Marathon. Y'all know 31 videos, 31 days of spooky ASMR videos. So let's get into today's video. So the setting is Houston, Texas. This is a rainy Halloween night in 1974 in Deer Park, Texas, a suburb around Houston, Texas. Um, Ryan Clark O'Bryan, who is an obstetrician, is out trick-or-treating with his two kids. He has one 8-year-old named Timothy and one 5-year-old girl named Elizabeth. And Timothy is a boy. So an 8-year-old boy named Timothy and a 5-year-old girl named Elizabeth. They are also joined by their neighbor, Jim Bates, and his one son. So it's a normal trick-or-treating session, but at one point the children go knock on the door of a dark home. It seems to be no one there, and there's like no candy left out on the porch or anything. Ronald tells everyone to like go on ahead, and he'll like stay back a little while at the dark house. A little later, he catches up with everyone, and he says like that the owners eventually came out of the house and they gave him candy, and he had 3 pixie sticks. So he handed out the pixie sticks. He gave one to each of his children, as well as one to his neighbor's son. So the rest of the night goes on as normal. The kids go trick-or-treating in the neighborhood and they go back home. When they get back home, Timothy, the 8-year-old son, is allowed to choose one piece of candy to enjoy for the night, and he chooses the pixie sticks, surprisingly. So when he opens the pixie sticks, it's like kind of clumpy, like the sugar isn't shaking down out of the stick like it normally would. So he needed his dad to help break the pixie stick apart for him to actually taste it. So after his dad helps him open and dislodge his pixie stick, Timothy complains of the candy tasting a little bitter. And after that, Ryan goes to get him a glass of Kool-Aid to wash down the bitter tasting pixie stick. Shortly after, Timothy starts seizing and convulsing, and 1 hour later, Timothy was dead. Now this was extremely suspicious. Nobody knew what was going on or why it happened or what it was. So naturally, a forensic report stated that Timothy had consumed enough cyanide to kill 2 grown adults. And it was later discovered that the source of this cyanide was the pixie sticks. And once they knew this, the police were able to recover the other pixie sticks that the other children had before they consumed it. So after all of this happened, of course, the police wanted to run a full investigation. So they had Ronald take them back to where they were trick-or-treating, or go back on the route they took the night that they were trick-or-treating, and take them back to the area where the kids were trick-or-treating, where he got the pixie sticks. When they took him back there, at first he was just saying like, oh, he didn't remember, he didn't know, or he never saw the face of the person. He just can't remember what house it was. And they kind of like call his bluff on it, you know. And after his bluff is called, he recants a little bit, and then eventually says like, okay, well, I do know it was this house, and he gives them like a fake house. So they go on to investigate the fake house, but everything checks out. Like the homeowner's alibi was like he was at work, and everyone could confirm that he was at work and his wife was at home, and they never had pixie sticks, and it was just like kafooey, you know. It was nothing. It was all smoke and mirrors. So this makes the police more and more suspicious of Ronald. A little later, it was found that Ronald had wrote a song about Jesus and Timothy joining the Lord in heaven, and had been showing erratic behavior. Apparently, he kept wanting people to like listen to this song, and he would be trying to sing the song over and over, but no one wanted to like listen to him, and he was acting very strange. It then comes out that Ronald put a $10,000 policy on both of his children, the 8-year-old Timothy and the 5-year-old Elizabeth. With the conversions, that is about $64K today. And then it was said they added an extra $20K, which would be about $128K in September, and supposedly he added other increments of $60K between January, where he opened the policy and added the initial $10K, and October, where he essentially murdered his son. So it's unsure because different places have different estimates of how much their insurance policy was for, but it is believed to be a little over $500,000. So yeah, in today's money. So yeah. So this alarmed police, of course, and then the cherry on top was that it was later discovered that he called to ask insurers about his insurance payout at 9 a.m. the morning after Timothy died. Like immediately after, he was asking about the insurance payout. So it was pretty clear him that Ronald had killed his son. And now, what was the motive? So, Ronald had taken out a large life policy on two of his kids to relieve his financial troubles. Of course, it was found out that he was over 100K in debt. He had a history of not being able to hold a job, and he was suspected of theft at his current obstetrician job. His car was going into repossession. He had defaulted on several bank loans, and his house had just got foreclosed upon. So he was strapped for cash, and he seemed pretty desperate. The outcome was that Ronald was convicted of capital murder in 1975 and was executed by lethal injection in 1984. But this case earned him the nickname the man who killed Halloween. This is also the source of the worry of razor blades or poison or something being in the candy. I know growing up that was a concern that my mom had, something being in the candy. And I think all of those superstitions stemmed from this story because it got so blown up, and at first he was lying about having any involvement. It made it seem like someone gave the kids bad candy trick-or-treating. So yeah, this is a crazy story, y'all.